Hello, I hope that you are doing well. My name's Jeremy, and I wanted to do a video on setting intentions versus resolutions for 2023. I have my iPad in front of me, and you will probably hear noise in the background as people have already started celebrating. Let's start by first describing what the difference between an intention and a resolution is, at least from my perspective. When I think of a resolution, I think of something that is final. I think of something that is complete. I think of something that cannot be changed, right? And thus, if we go into 2023 with a resolution, we are expecting it to be a certain way. And when our reality and our expectation do not align, it creates an environment or a disposition that is not favorable to us continuing that resolution. An intention to me is like the roots of a tree. If you look at the fruit or the seeds of a tree, you can really trace it back to the health of the roots, i.e., intentions. And thus, if I set an intention to be more kind or to be more present, the fruits that I bear through my decisions, through my habits, through my thoughts, through my words are all about being kind or being present, right? So that's why I feel it's important to set intentions and not resolutions. Intentions gives life this space to unfold. Resolutions says this is the way that it's going to be regardless of how life unfolds, and we all know that life is going to do what life wants to do. That leads me to the next thing, which is about circumstances and people. Circumstances and people come to mold and shape us based on our intentions. So when we set resolutions and we don't recognize what our intentions are, then we don't understand how the circumstance or the people that are in our lives come to teach us certain things, right? To grow and develop us to be the best version of ourselves. And that's why intentions, knowing what your intentions are critical. When you know what your intentions are, you know what life will bring back to you, right? If I do good, then good will come back to me. If I set an intention of being more assertive, then my thoughts, words, and deeds, the circumstances and people that come back to me trigger me in a way to grow me and develop me to be more assertive, right? Versus a resolution of I will become a people leader or a people manager. Well, what's driving you to want to be that, right? Another thing is life is full of mirrors. So therefore, when we are within a circumstance, when we're faced with people, it's rarely about the other person. It's really about us and how we are to look in that mirror, look in that circumstance, look at that person to say, what have you come to reflect to me about myself that I need to grow and develop to be the best version of myself? Intention is so important. The next thing is all about goals. I'm 50-50 about goals, right? If you set goals, then you can measure how effective you are, how consistent you are, but that can also set you up to just be so focused on achieving the goal that you lose track of the journey. And the journey is what's most important, not necessarily the destination. If you are to set goals, then make sure that they're SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. But just be mindful of the intention of the goal. Your goal can be whatever you want it to be. It's your life, it's your free will, it's your decision, but just make sure that you trace that goal to the root or to the intention to make sure that as you navigate life, as life unfolds in the circumstances and people that come to bring you that goal, you're fully aware of what you need to learn and grow and develop into in order to attain that goal. The next thing is all about releasing to receive. If I go through life with a closed fist, there's no room for things to come into my life and grow and develop to be the person that I need to be to get my goals or to get my intentions or see that my intentions come true. I must be comfortable with releasing materialistic things, people, circumstances, jobs, titles, ambitions, in order to make space for what my intentions will bring in the form of circumstances and people, right? If I set an intention of being more present, right? I may have to release being in control all the time. If I set an intention to be more kind, I may have to release viewing things from only my perspective and not considering other people's perspective. I must release in order to receive, and thus my intentions will show up again in the form of circumstances and people that are going to grow and develop me, rooted in my intention. Next is all about consistency versus perfection. Nothing in life is perfect, right? But through consistency, you give yourself space to grow. If I am perfect, that means that it's final. There's nothing to be improved. There's nothing to change. But if I am consistent, if I take baby step after baby step, I can reflect. If I give myself this time and the space to do so, to see how I can grow, how I can take the lessons from my circumstances and people and apply them to my life in the present moment to move forward. The last thing that I'll end with is all about purpose. Now, I said it's really important to focus on your intention, but I feel that purpose is something that we all have. Purpose to me sits at the crux of your lessons learned, your gifts, and your talents. Purpose is like a magnet that sits at the center of your life, and your intentions will always pull you toward your purpose, even if your intentions are not directly aligned with what your purpose is. And thus, I would recommend spending some time to figure out what your purpose might be. Again, your purpose is what's at the crux of your lessons learned in life, your gifts, your talents, and how you can be of service to people. If you set your purpose as your destination, and you set an intention of honoring that purpose in your thoughts, words, and deeds, and you know that your circumstances and people will come into your life to help you honor those intentions, then you will eventually fulfill your purpose. And purpose is important because it not only helps the collective human experience, on the other side, a reward for honoring your purpose in life is abundance, not just in materialistic things, but also in life experiences and opportunities. I hope that what you take away from this video is to set intentions versus resolutions. Your intentions are the DNA, the fabric of how you show up in life. And when you set intentions that are aligned with your purpose in life, abundance is on the other side. Have a great day.